the when we're in the reception part,
Mhm.
his MC
Right.
is. You ever heard the morning show, like 93.5, I think it is, the local morning show? It's like
Maybe.
Puff and Sammy or something like that.
Yeah, the name sounds
You know,
familiar.
Puff.
I'm sure.
He's like the morning radio show host guy. So anyway,
Yeah.
he's doing that. He's MCing,
Oh, great.
and I'm sitting at the. You ever meet you met Mike Veach, right? You know Veach, Zach's friend.
Maybe.
Pretty like outspoken guy. He used to do karaoke slash. Yeah, he ran karaoke like. He had a business. He ran it around bars and stuff.
Maybe that one time we met him at Cobblestones.
Yeah, he might have been
do?
running. Yes, he was always running the
Yeah.
DJ. He's like a heavier guy, big guy,
Yeah,
Glasses.
it's been a long time. I vaguely have a recollection. Yeah.
very outspoken type of dude.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm at a table with him.
Nice.
I love Veach because he starts heckling.
Right.
He starts heckling the MC. Like he's like, "What? Say that loud! Boo!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's not as bad as me doing it to Brad at his wedding. Brad!
Brad!
Hey, Brad!
Poor Brad, just like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't even give you a reaction.
Attention to me at all.
He's way too locked in.
The fucking camera isn't even working. What is going on?
I assume we don't have enough people to do Facebook this week.
No, it's 92 still. We have no new
Stayed
viewers.
dead still.
Yep, not a single
God
movement.
damn it.
Not a single movement. Why is this?
Ugh.
What is going on here?
Yeah, man, I've seen terrible DJs before. Now the Puff guy was fine. He did a fine job. He's used to being like on the radio and crap. But
There it goes.
man, my cousin Ben had like the
Yeah.
just not. It was perplexing, right? I told him, I said, hey, can you put like a slow dance type song? Can we like slow it down a bit for
Right.
like a little bit of a vibe? He's like, I got you. I
Puts
got
on
you.
Sandstorm?
He put on, yeah. I mean, he might. Yeah, I'd rather he would have because at least I would have known it. At least I would have known what to do.
Fucking say fuck
He
you.
put on some mid pace, like song no one's ever heard of,
Right.
and I'm like, this is not at all what I was even talking about. How the fuck? Like, are you hearing something? Am I speaking a different language?
Well,
right now,
compared to
or-
what he was going to play, that's slow. That was the
I
idea.
guess,
Say
I
it's all he's a very particular type of guy. He's got to stick to the script. It's the only way he knows what time it is because he has so much music. He does the had to delete the clock.
He's
app
on
from
his
computer.
Spotify set list. and
Yeah,
it's just, he's just like when it's 57 minutes 36 seconds. I know it's time for the dinner to happen.
That's right. It's dinner time.
I will not do requests. I will just say,
Listen, if you want another song, I have to find a song that is exactly the same amount of time as the song that's
the
on
second.
the set list that I have. Otherwise, I'm going to be way lost.
Mm.
Way lost. I don't know where I am. Lost in music world. All right. Let's see. Is everything still working here?
oh,
Make sure all of
man.
this is still.
The more we do this show, the more steam I lose. I lose the will
Yeah,
and the momentum.
that's great.
I have no humor left in me. I squeeze it
It's all.
out.
There's nothing left.
It's tapped out. It's
all-
dripping.
It's so drippy. It's so drippy.
Little bits of
Oh,
little
I got to turn the air conditioner.
droplets.
I gotta go turn this AC.
Huh? You gotta turn it up. Turn it up, baby. I'll take the white noise. I don't care. Oh God. Well, here we are in I'm assuming the pre-show. You can watch us melt to death.
Oh yeah.
This is the beginning. It's like this show is going to be like watching ice cream reach room temperature.
Yes, it is. That's
Our faces.
Oh wow.
If you strung our entire video history together, it
Mhm.
would be like watching ice cream melt because our faces would get saggier.
This is true.
and
Everything is
over
getting
time.
pulled down to the grave,
Mhm.
which is what we want. We want it closer and closer.
Pull me under.
That's it.
Are you interested in what they're doing now that Portnoy's back? Are you gonna listen to their
oh
new
yeah,
album?
I'll
or-
check it out. I mean, I didn't like Black Clouds and Silver Lining, so
You didn't really like that one. I
no.
remember.
So it just because
I
he's doing
did
it
like
doesn't
it.
mean it's going to be good.
I
But
liked it.
I will absolutely check it
I
out.
want to go back to the glass prison, baby.
Yeah,
I
me
want to
too.
take me back.
Let's get back
He must have
in
had
that bottle.
some difficult bouts, with some challenges, maybe alcohol. I think he's been sober the whole time.
Yeah.
though. He's been
He
sober
didn't-
even before those songs got released, right?
Yes,
He's just,
yes,
that was
yeah.
like a long
Yeah, a while back.
ancient history.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, now
Well, he might have some new perspectives on it, though.
well, he's addicted to everything else now. That's
Yeah,
the
well,
thing.
well, yeah.
Playing drums.
The reason he's got 100 million drum pieces is
Yes.
because he can't drink. This is what
That's right,
happens
yeah.
when you don't
That's
have an
exactly
outlet.
right. Yeah.
You don't have an outlet, you start to become the world's best something.
Yeah, you got to do something with that beer budget.
That's right, that's right.
Only place you can funnel is Octobonds. Yeah.
He's just like he goes up and then he goes back.
He's
He's
got
got middle.
He's got like a
down.
whole roller coaster track instead of just a drum throne that spins. It takes him all the way around his drum
He's got
kit.
like a perpetual motion machine where he's hit just the weight of his body and
Yeah, he can
gravity
shift
moving.
it around.
He just
Like it's a guy. That's like a what do they call it? A centrifuge. Where
Yeah.
where it's constantly moving, and just by slight movement of his body, he can.
it just
shift
looks like
himself
the beginning of
forward.
Game of Thrones when he's
He's having a good time.
fucking Mike Portnoy.
All right, let's see. Let's see how bad this shit gets fucked up today. The
All fucked up right now.
the episode,
Hmm.
right? Something happened. So this mixing board, is attached to the USB port,
Yeah.
into the computer that records.
Right.
At some point in the episode, there was a dropout. So either there was a disconnection from the computer.
Uh-oh.
Something happened. It didn't. The power, this didn't lose power or whatever, because we would have heard that.
Right.
But so there was a spike in the audio, and every time I tried to mix it down into a singular file to upload, it was the docs here. Hey,
Hello.
I would mix it down, and it would get to a certain point, and then it was like 56 minutes, so it was almost the end of the episode, and then the audio would go full blast, and it would just be a solid bar for the rest of the episode.
Oh my God.
So I was like,
God.
but if I would listen back to the individual tracks, in this view, the multi-track view,
Mhm.
it was fine. I
Mhm.
listened to the whole thing; everything was good. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so I finally went in. It wasn't until the next day I went in and I had to really spread the file out, and I finally saw the faults that happened, because they make a big red line. But it's like a millisecond. It's all it takes, and then that basically is the equivalent of the cone of the speaker getting stuck
Oh.
in one direction. And so
Okay.
it can't do anything else. So I had to clip those little bits out. Luckily, we weren't saying much at the time. So hopefully that doesn't
Jesus.
happen today.
Well,
but let's find out.
Let's find out what disaster is going to be
Let's find out
alongside our usual train wreck.
what's going to crash today.
Mm.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then, wait!
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened. This corner weighing in at 180 pounds. Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
A fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay then.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, fuck it, dude.
Let's go bold.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
I don't know what I was doing there. I got a little scared at the beginning, I guess it
Spooky.
was. I don't know what was going
I'm
on.
terrified of how good this episode is going to be.
I was as spooked as Will Smith in that hotel room with that ghost
Oh.
in London. He was so scared. He was so scared.
bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do?
do?
What you gonna do when they're scaring you?
It's so scary. So scary.
Help! I'm scared of what his career is going to look like.
There's a
from-
lot
from
of
this
people
point.
got some problems.
Meaning, I don't want him to have one. But anyways,
Well, luckily we've got Justin Timberlake. He's off the map now. He got
Oh.
arrested last night for drunk driving.
what?
Yeah,
Really?
in New York.
Justin Timberlake?
Like, why the fuck are you driving
Why
yourself
are you
around?
even driving?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and make this argument
Uh-huh.
for you. I know everything is subjective in the world, but that's downright motherfucking evil.
Yeah.
Because you've got so much money. Well,
Mhm.
how else am I supposed to take it?
Yeah.
You've got something doing the Trump hands.
Right,
now.
yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
else am I supposed to
How
take
am I
this?
supposed to deal with this?
It's like you are deliberately endangering
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
And I don't care about you. I don't care. You're Justin Timberlake. You've
Mhm.
lived higher than
You
Everyone
had your
else-
time.
have known will ever know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You and me will never know people who are that fucking well off.
Mm-mm.
You got it all.
You have everything.
Have somebody. My God, I
Get
can afford an Uber.
Get an Uber.
Okay.
Get a taxi. Get an
But
Uber
you've got it.
Black if you want
There's
to be
somebody who
fancy.
will suck his butthole
Oh,
and
yeah.
then drive him somewhere
You
to
know
suck
it.
it more.
Yes.
And that's just in the base level of what you're of the of the
That's on a
services.
Monday. That's a Monday.
That's regular.
That's how he starts
Regular
his
service.
week.
That's normal.
He starts his week that
God.
way.
They put that even in the on print.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's how confident they are. God only knows what else he'll do.
Right.
You slip them a
If-
$200
yeah,
bill.
if you don't want your butthole sucked, please
He'll-
let us know in advance
He will
because
suck your teeth through your cheeks.
oh my God. And you know what? It's an interesting look once
He'll
he's
pull
done.
your tongue down your esophagus.
Yep, all
from
the way
pure,
through.
pure vacuum.
Vacuum power.
suction.
Vacuum power. That's it.
They call him Dyson.
They call him
They
Dyson. No, we call him Dyson.
Call him Dyson. They call him Uber. Jesus, he's gonna suck that butthole right off. You could been getting your butt sucked and not endangering innocent, normal people. Can you
That's
imagine?
right.
Listen to me. Listen.
Yeah.
If you,
Listen,
I
come
don't-
here for a minute.
I don't care if you made this up.
No, it's real. It's completely real.
No, I know, but like you could just make up things to trigger my anger.
That's
'cause
true,
This is where
yeah.
content comes.
You know
from.
what? Also, I was thinking about this the other day. You've kind of helped me on my path to enlightenment because every time I get angry, I hear your voice in my head, and so I don't confuse it for myself anymore.
You're like, I don't want to be that.
That's not me.
That's
I'm
not
not
it.
upset about this.
Fuck!
Dr. Bossy's angry about this. He's in my head.
He's the dumb one. That's the dumb sounding voice. Now I know what it is. I hear it every week.
That's right. That's right. Outside and inside. Yeah.
Oh fuck. So. Oh no! Fuck! I forgot where my rant was heading.
Oh, God.
Oh shit! Oh god! Help me get angry about it again.
So much money. He's got so much money.
Oh
and-
right. Okay. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Listen. Could you imagine if one of your friends or family members
Mhm.
was killed
Yeah.
by Justin Timberlake drunk driving? I'd want, and I'm not. This is not a metaphor or turn of phrase.
Right.
I'd want his head.
You-
I want it on a plate.
I'll tell you what would happen. His daughter would die. He would get really fat, and he would come back to do a reunion tour with the rest of his band, just like Vince Neil.
Ooh.
Because he
Was that what happened to him?
Vehicular homicide.
Holy shit! But here's what's so fucked up. Could you imagine watching the world
Yeah.
defend someone who is being so negligent
Mm-hmm.
and just that's why I say it's just downright evil.
Yeah.
It's just straight up fucking evil. If you have all the resources to do that,
Yep.
I can't explain it any other way.
You know where
I really don't
you know where Ian McKellen was during all this?
Oh, I think he took a fall, didn't he?
He fell off of a stage. He
Oh.
was working.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake's out drinking and driving. Ian McKellen, they're both still sucking butt, but he's he's working.
Different ways,
That's
though.
right.
Justin
That's
Timberlake
right.
over here sucking butt,
That's exactly right.
metaphorically.
Yes, one of
He
them.
should have been.
One of
getting-
them is because of love.
That's right.
And it's Pride Month.
and it's Pride Month. All
So
hail
you can't
Gandalf.
you can't judge that. You can't do it.
All hail. Dude, I saw some fucked up shit. I saw this graphic. It said Pride Month, like the words all together,
Yeah.
and then it was like 5 of them,
Uh-huh.
and it slowly whittled down. The rainbow was like eliminating the
Right.
ends of the letters,
Uh-huh.
and it just had demon. Because I guess Pride DEMON.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, okay. I guess
I don't
the
know
month
what.
of month.
I don't know if it means if it's like demon pride,
No,
like
no.
gay demon. Are there gay demons?
There, there aren't gay demons that I'm aware of, but
okay, well
but-
then this is just bigotry.
yeah,
that's all
I
I'm
would
seeing.
I would wager that it's just
I
bigotry.
don't
they're,
like
they're,
it.
They're just trying to say that all of this stuff is bad.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? Also, I don't understand why anyone cares.
This is a better question.
I mean, I think, and the pride would only look. The only reason that we need to distinguish a
Mhm.
Pride Month for a
Mhm.
group of people or any group of like individuals who are marginalized,
right.
is because they're not. It's not normalized by like people have prejudices. That's
Yeah,
why we're
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's the
listen,
stigma. It's the stigma.
stop
Yeah.
being prejudiced. That's
Yeah.
really all they're saying.
They're like, why can't we have Prejudice Month?
Yeah,
We should have Prejudice Month.
Where's my white prejudice month?
It's another attack on Prejudice Month. Somebody they don't want us to have any rights anymore. They're trying to take our guns, trying to take our month.
They're trying to make me look at stuff I don't agree with.
I
in
don't
my own
I
life.
don't like it, and that means it shouldn't be here. Anywhere in my vision.
Mhm.
That is slowly being lost to the copious amounts of high fructose corn syrup that I consume on a daily basis.
It's funny because it really is kind of just like a couple of really, really old generations that unfortunately there's still some ugliness passed through like the more modern generations.
Oh God,
too,
yeah, absolutely.
for sure. But
Mhm.
those like when you look at those spoiled ass entitled baby boomers, these
Mhm.
motherfuckers had it easier.
Yeah.
Than like I'm talking like by a factor of something like 5 to 7 times easier
Yeah.
than the average person does today.
Could you imagine how far we would be if they weren't comprised of like 80% leaded gasoline
Oof.
fumes? I mean, we would have so much going on. We'd have
We'd
a
have
much
like a
bigger
uto-
population.
We
that's
could
for
have like a
sure.
utopia if these
Yeah.
fucking idiots didn't have the whole world, and then that was our moment to take a step,
We had a chance.
and we just fucking
Nope.
we shat on it
No,
because
we're not going to do
greed.
that. We're not going to do it
Greed.
now. Not that way. Not that year.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No,
This is your
thank
problem
you.
to
That's
figure out.
That's exactly right.
I want it all.
Hey, what's it all? I tell you, what's what it all was. What's his face?
Man, Justin Timberlake is a
Lord.
bitch.
He is
Go ahead.
Lord Eddard Stark himself.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean got in trouble.
Sean Bean got in trouble.
He got-
I hope it's over something cool though.
He got
Come on.
he got wasted in a bar,
Oh,
and
hell
he
yeah.
was vaping,
Yeah.
and they told him not to vape in the bar, and he ignored them.
Yeah.
And then security came,
Uh-huh.
and he thought they were fans, so he like tried to wave them away. Well, he says that he thought they were fans,
Okay.
so he tried to wave them away, and then they leaned in to tell him that he needed to leave because he
boy.
was continuing to
Here it
vape,
comes.
and then he ended up getting into a like knockdown
Here
brawl
comes
with
the
him.
fit. I'm sure he headbutted him right in his nose.
They had to like wrestle him to the ground, and then they threw him out of the establishment.
I could swear, I don't think it was Sean Bean,
Yeah.
but I could swear one of these. It might have been actually Sean Bean. I wish I knew. God, this is so dumb. I shouldn't even continue the story. But I heard some story about a celebrity who was like in a bar.
Uh-huh.
Somebody started some shit with them. They
Mhm.
went outside. They got stabbed.
Yeah.
And do you remember this? Was it Sean Bean?
Yeah.
So Sean Bean. So I'm not surprised.
No, yeah, they referenced that in the article.
Oh, they do? Okay. I thought I read that about him. I wasn't sure.
Yes.
So yeah, he got stabbed. He doesn't care.
Mhm. No.
Don't tell Sean Bean what to
Nope.
do in the bar. But I'll
Nope.
tell you what he didn't do. He didn't get in his fucking car
Nope.
and start driving
That's
away.
exactly
He just happened
right.
to be vaping in a
Exactly
bar.
right.
And by the way, as somebody who is a former smoker,
Yeah.
I'm like uncomfortable around the the plant like smoke,
Uh-huh.
the burned like combustion
Uh-huh.
smoke. But
Uh-huh.
the vape stuff doesn't bother me one bit
Well, sure,
because it's like a whole different thing. It's
yeah,
like
there's
you,
no combustion involved.
you
in
could
it.
have like 3-4 people vaping in a room.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't notice it.
Well, yeah.
It's
'cause
just like water vapor.
it's
But that
vegetable
but
glycerin,
that's yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that combustion smoke,
yeah.
it like irritates my senses.
Sure.
If I was at a wedding over the weekend and like it was fine. Everybody was like having themselves a good time, but people were
Mhm.
like smoking cigars, and I started like getting kind of like started getting just irritated.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so stupid because I used to just like pump that shit in my body like 24/7
Sure.
as long as I was awake.
Right, right.
But ever since I've stopped and I've been like away from it, I got like real sensitive to it.
Yeah, well, that's it, because
So-
you don't have the tolerance
so-
anymore.
That I understand. If somebody's in a bar, it's a non-smoking bar. You're in the bar to enjoy your space. I would be like, Sean Bean, would you mind just doing that outside?
Well, but they also have a no vaping policy that they have told him about before,
Yeah,
apparently. That
what I'm and I agree. He should be respecting the rules. However,
yeah.
I don't think it's that as offensive to find someone vaping in the bar.
No,
it's just like
I mean,
to the
there's more.
senses.
Yeah,
To the
sure.
senses.
There's more offensive things. I mean,
either way, I'm all for Sean Bean. Vape
whatever
away,
it is,
baby.
vape
Sean
on.
Bean, if you come over to my place,
Yep.
you can vape as
You
much
can
as you want.
vape in there all you want. Just
I
don't
don't
stab
care.
anybody.
Yeah, and we won't stab you because we know it
That's
won't
right.
stop you.
That's
We know
right.
it
That's
can't hurt you.
That's just going to be more vaping. It's just more.
It's just
holes
another
for
hole
the vape
for-
to
yeah.
come out. Yeah, yeah. We
To
don't want that.
expel.
We're trying to keep it all on the inside.
Right.
The inside
Do
of
you want
things.
that running through your bloodstream,
That's
baby?
exactly. Well, you
That's
have
what
to.
you-
You
that's
got
why-
to.
That's why I ingested it in the first place,
Man.
wasn't it?
What a mess that is. It's 90. It was what 93 degrees today.
It's
92
too damn
degrees.
hot, dude. I didn't even go outside at all except to come here.
Yeah, I know.
I
it's
was like,
fucking
"Fuck
crazy.
this," and it's only gonna get hotter and hotter. I
Yup.
mean,
Yep,
We're
all
the-
week. We got
the
a heat
throws.
advisory through the entire week.
I hope
That-
you're not like having to do stuff outside.
Oh no. I mean, I get everything done in the morning for the most part.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
You should just be like my one neighbor and just mow your lawn at night.
Yeah,
those
well, I
Put
mean,
those headlights on.
now see, I had to disconnect the headlights; they were draining the battery.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
it's all right. We'll figure an
put the-
alternative around.
put some like big old fucking fog lights on there,
hell yeah.
spotlights on
Hell
there.
yeah,
Just
what-
connect them up.
I'll just put the
Just
little
tape 'em.
disco ball on the front
Yeah.
there. We'll really have a party. People, yeah, get that sandstorm going. People are gonna be like, "What in the hell is going on over there?"
Fuck them. You own the land.
That's exactly right. This is my space. This is
I'm the
my
king
space.
of this part.
That's exactly right.
I'm
I
the
can,
king.
I can do whatever. I can pee anywhere here.
I'll pee right in your.
I
Right
can
in front of
vape
you.
wherever I want. That's right. Any place. I can stab anything I want to. The dirt, the barn,
I
whatever.
say what I want.
That's right.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's right. How do you like that one?
Mm. I was randomly thinking about that from last week.
Yeah.
Kept making me crack up.
I was listening back to the episode. I was like, this is almost like a solid 25 seconds of nothing going on with us laughing. Long time since that's happened.
I saw a little clip from Ace's show Gore Club,
Oh yeah.
and he was I think it was on Instagram,
Mhm.
and he was doing these little like vocal warm ups, and he was quoting Anchorman. He said the arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Very
And
good.
I was like, oh my god, it's the crossover
He's got it.
crossing over.
Yep. He knows.
If Ace was not so far away, I know we've talked about this, but we could probably do a virtual.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was thinking about if we when we go to VHS Fest to
Mhm.
bring the recorder along, the field recorder,
yeah, we
because
could.
that has 2 XLR outs on it,
Mhm.
and we could just use 2 like vocal mics,
Mhm.
and we could do like a little clip of, like we used to do for MonsterCon and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Just a quick little check in and a little
Yeah, say hi to
little
whoever's
bullshit and-
around or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
little field report,
That's it.
so to speak.
That's it. Something to do while we're drinking.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad thing, and just
Yeah,
throw a little,
that's
you know,
there.
just toss it around. I'm sure. Look, Ben's got plenty to say.
He has plenty to say and plenty to show, plenty to tell, and
That's right.
plenty to go. We're ready. Let's see here. What else is happening? I bruised my organs at band
Yeah.
practice last week. That was a
Mhm.
lot of fun figuring that out yesterday. Finally, I guess that's what happened. I that's the only thing I can
Are
figure.
you sure you weren't like getting attacked in your sleep?
I don't think so. No, because it's under the ribs. Unless I
Yeah,
unless
they
unless
go
I
in a
was
little
fighting like
Jab it.
who is it? Rambo does that, doesn't he? Isn't that Rambo, baby?
Rambo.
Where he like he jams his hand up and he breaks the guy's sternum at the end
Oh,
of the
shit!
at the end
Oh
of the
my
movie.
God.
I think it's him. Is
Oh,
it
is
him or
that-
is it Van Damme?
Oh, that sounds more like a Van Damme.
Might have been a
move to
Van
me.
Damme.
That sounds like.
Might even been a Seagal. I don't
could
know.
Be,
I don't
could
know.
Be Steven Seagal.
I watched Mark for Death the other day.
Oh man!
my
What
God,
was
with
the
Keith
one-
David.
Yeah, is that where he showed
Hell
up? at?
yeah, it is.
Man,
It's so great too because the movie starts out that Steven Seagal's like this guy who keeps killing people and all this stuff,
Mm,
and
like
then
a, like
he
a
go-
murderer
yeah,
or like
well,
a hitman,
no,
or-
yeah, he's like he's his usual thing where he's like some secret black budget ops
oh.
thing, whatever bullshit.
I gotcha. So
that,
he's on.
that he based his life upon after that because
so he's
"Hey,
like
playing long
morally
enough."
correct,
well,
technically,
well,
kind of a thing.
he protected, morally protected. Well, I guess
Okay.
he's protected in what he does. I guess.
I
So then there's a 4-second scene of him in a confessional
Mm-hmm.
talking to a priest, telling him that he killed people, he
father.
lied,
Yeah.
he cheated
Listen,
on his wife, all these
uh.
things. And he's like, my son, do you have a family? And he's like, I do. And he's like, go to them. That's it. No penance, no Hail Marys,
He
no
got
Our
off real
Fathers.
light.
No, just go to your family with your brutal, dripping hands,
Yeah,
stained with
stained,
blood.
Fucking.
So he goes back, and what happens? A bunch of guys come and shoot up the house, of course.
Does his family die or?
Well, eventually, yeah. Well, no, they don't know. But
Damn it.
So there's a kid.
There's no fucking.
So this we
pathos.
gotta keep David in the story though.
Oh,
So
right,
Keith
right.
David is a football coach, and
Oh,
I
okay.
can't quite gather whether Steven Seagal was on the football team with Keith David, if that's what it was, or if they were in some sort of military thing together. Somehow
They
they
got some
know
history.
Somehow they have some history,
Okay.
and they do the classic meeting where I thought you were dead. Keith David mentioned something. I thought you died out in somewhere, and he's like, "Well, looks like I didn't die."
God,
it's-
I
fill-
wish
fill out
I'd
the
have known.
paperwork. Yeah,
I-
fill out the paperwork. It's the same form.
I really wish I'd have known that the last time, because I really would have talked to him about
I
like
want to know so bad.
how obnoxious
Yeah.
is Steven Seagal and how much do you hate him? Not a question of do you hate him.
Right.
I'm sure he was like a fucking just a dickhead.
Just tell him, like, look as high as you hate him.
Yeah.
Like, how far up are you looking, Keith
You
David?
just keep on.
You just let
just
the-
cranks his
yeah,
head
yeah. He
Straight up in his-
folds in half backwards. But so Keith David is he hates that there's all these kids doing drugs.
right.
right, at the
Okay.
school, and there's
Naturally.
these two Jamaican guys.
Mhm.
I think they're supposed to be Jamaican, because this is the '90s, mind you. So
Right.
if you're not from America
Jamaicans are evil.
and you have dark skin,
right.
you're probably from Jamaica.
If you're brown in any
in
way,
the
shape, or
movie. Yeah,
form,
yeah.
and you're not Steven Seagal's
That's
friend,
right. Yeah.
you're bad.
Yep. Yeah.
If
and
you
this-
have it, I would venture to say, if you have an accent,
yes,
you are the bad guy.
you're probably Jamaican. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. And so these two Jamaican guys are selling, they're like selling these kids weed, and they're like,
Okay,
how about this?
How's that?
How about you don't want this? This is really gonna mess you up. And then they give them this, and they're like, what is that? And they're like, this is called crack. And they give the girl a crack pipe, and she
What is
does
this, like
she
a after-school
smokes it.
special?
Yeah,
She
basically.
said this little girl
And
smokes a crack pipe.
So Steven Seagal is watching this teenager smoke crack in the bleachers behind the football field while they're having practice or whatever.
Okay.
Keith David sees him, and Keith David is trying to go and kill this guy. Like he's like angrily trying to move towards him, and Steven Seagal is stopping him. He's like, just get in the car, just get in the car, just get in the car. Right.
I'm the level-headed guy here.
So then they're at the bar. These guys come into there, and Keith David's had a couple. He's angry. He wants to fight him again, and Steven Seagal has to go in and like pull him back from it. Then these guys come into the bar and they shoot the bar up, and so
Why is all this happening all of a sudden?
It's like in the first like 20 minutes of the movie. And so Steven Seagal hits the ground with Keith David, and they're like, this is no good. This is no good. It's like, but everybody's okay. That's all that matters. Is Steven Seagal's telling him, right?
Why is he the Zen motherfucker?
So he's like, I'm going to go home now. So he goes back home, and these same two guys do a drive-by.
Why are these guys following
And
him
they-
around? How do they key
because
in on him?
he was like helping people while they were shooting up the bar, right?
Okay.
And I guess they beat up one of the guys, and Steven Seagal broke somebody's arm or whatever because they were
What's the-
trying to attack him.
What's the
in the bar.
motivation behind them attacking the bar?
I don't know. It's just I don't think that's very.
They're just
clearly-
ne'er-do-wells. Is this like
just because like you guys are getting in the way of the crack trade. We're trying to
so they were targeting these protagonists?
well, kind of.
Or was it just a random act of violence? Because then it begs the question:
Yeah.
what kind of a town is this? First of all, how much of that of a coincidence is that
Yes.
that these guys who are letting little kids smoke crack?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's quite an escalation.
It
So
goes
shooting a bar up?
real quick.
Holy shit!
quick.
I
But-
mean,
but
also
so-
just
so-
going from weed to crack is like real
that's
quick.
Exactly right. It's a lot of they got to hurry up and get to the fighting.
Good
So
God.
because Steven Seagal can only remember so many lines. It's all
Oh yeah,
kicks
yeah.
to the head.
Plus, he's sitting there pounding chicken wings all day.
I saw really bad. I shouldn't even talk about this on the show, but I saw a video today of a guy who was training for like a UFC fight,
Yeah.
and he's like in the ring. He's like there with his girlfriend, and she's like holding the pads for him and stuff while she's in a bikini. And
Yeah.
he's like smiling and punching whatever. And then they like do the little weigh in, and they're like, yeah. And then they do a cut to the ring,
Okay.
and they're like fighting, and the guy like gets him, and he punches him down in the back of his head.
Oh.
And then the rest of the video, he is practically a vegetable in
Oh.
a hospital bed,
I
like
think I've
trying
s-
to walk again and
yeah, I
everything
think
like
I've
that.
seen this this story. Yeah, it's like if you take one wrong hit,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, like that's combat sports.
And that's some wild shit right there.
Mhm.
But anyhow, so Steven Seagal goes through, and so he goes home back to his house. They come and they shoot a line through the middle of the entire house. Right? They don't want to miss anybody. They all get down. Steven Seagal does it in the time, and he said, "That's it. I've had enough of them." And so then he goes and he
Zen
kills
is
them.
over. Turn it off.
That's right.
It's
And
time
so-
for kill.
And they're doing all their hoodoo rituals and everything, of course, because they're Jamaican, and that's right. So
Yeah, let's stereotype them
of
all.
course, some more. And so they're doing all that stuff, trying to like stop him, do voodoo dolls, whatever. And then eventually the big boss guy of the gang, of the drug cartel, whatever,
Mhm.
he is like this like bluish, white-eyed Jamaican dude with dreads, of
Okay.
course, and he's got all these like little dot scars all over his face.
Yeah.
Steven
Is it
Seagal.
Seal?
It's not Seal. It looks like him. Then maybe it's his cousin. And so they have
Porpoise.
a fight. Porpoise, exactly right. They have this whole fight, and of course somebody gets a machete, and so Steven Seagal ends up using the machete at some point, and he fucking cuts the guy's head off,
Awesome.
and then he takes the head back to the other cartel guys, and he's like, "I'm in charge now."
Huh?
Yeah.
Is that how the hierarchy
Like,
works?
get out of here, right? So it's like tries to
One
get
of
him out.
those-
And so they've got this other guy who helped them find the leader of the drug cartel, and he's like holding the gun or something like that to like keep everybody back so they don't attack Steven Seagal while he's got the guy's head.
Because he can only hold one thing at a time.
And then he gets stabbed in the back,
okay.
and the guy comes out from the shadows behind him.
Huh? Which guy?
The guy who's got his head cut off.
That guy
Yeah,
shows up?
yeah.
Why is he? Was he have like a twin?
Yeah, and it ends up being a twin.
Oh, that's dumb.
And so like they didn't tell anybody that they were twins, and that's how like they maintained their mystique and ran the cartel with fear and all that stuff.
Who wrote this? Like a seventh grader? What is this? Did Steven Seagal
I
write it?
I have no idea. who
God,
wrote
this
it.
is trash.
But it was so.
And then what era is this? You sent me a picture of this.
90 something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
in the 90s,
This is
early
like
90s.
Thinner Seagal, maybe like.
Oh yeah. This is classic era.
Is this
yeah.
pre losing his hair, or is this like
yeah.
after he got that remedied? With
I
his
think
hair
this
pieces?
This is the maybe month and a half that he was going around asking his friends like, does it look like my hairline's going back? It's like he just started noticing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's right around. I think like 91. We're talking.
It's the evidence picture that you show
Yeah.
someone who doesn't believe that he's ever been losing his
right.
hair.
That's it.
And you're like, well, can you
Mhm.
explain 1994 when his
That's
hair
right.
was
Exhibit B.
obviously
Yeah, could
going
you-
backwards?
Could you please?
And
help
then
us
all of a
with
sudden
this?
now he looks like Vegeta because he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
his hair fucking all the way down.
tattooed down.
Yep.
Yep.
Just a widow's peak to
So,
end all widow's peaks.
That's right. That makes him look extra angry. It's his second set of eyebrows.
It's fucking Dracula jerks off to his hairline.
Ooh, let me tell you what. It's
Oh.
keeping it going back on the sides,
What
tight in
comes
the
it-
middle.
What comes out of Dracula if he jerks off?
If you probably cobwebs. yeah, yeah, but real airy ones, like they float like the flying spiders,
Do you ever like be outside and you're just talking to somebody or you're just like roaming around and you just see one of those like spiders floating on one of its own strings just floating through the air?
I used to see them all the time go across the cornfield down in Delta.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm talking like 100 of them.
Dun, dun,
More.
dun,
Like
dun,
it was
dun,
just
dun.
it was this whole like little cloud, looked like a bunch of gnats, but if you got
Yeah.
close enough to it, it's not
Yeah.
gnats.
This is like apparently a very normal behavior for
It
them.
is, yeah,
People are trying to sensationalize this like new Japanese spider
Uh-huh.
that's making its way up the coast. It's like
Mhm.
Joro spider or
Yeah.
something. Parachutes down. They're like venomous, giant parachuting spiders,
There you go.
flying spiders.
It's
And I'm like,
always the foreigners.
dude, they're all flying. They're all like, how do you think they get from place to place? You think they crawl along the
Exactly
ground
right.
the whole time?
They're
It's
not
actually
dumb.
kind of a brilliant way to do it. If only I think only because Spider-Man is so heavy compared to the regular, forces of gravity.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he would just create like a little balloon and just float through the city.
exactly right. Yeah, he would be if Spider-Man had an exoskeleton. Can you imagine? He would look like Ghost Rider. That would be terrifying. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he would have to wear
Dude.
the mask because
Holy
otherwise,
fuck! Could you imagine? That would be fucking awesome.
like that was part of his transformation. That his bones.
Someone on the outside,
bones.
and all of his flesh is now on the inside, and you can just see his eyeballs through the holes, and just see the pain inside of him.
He's just screaming and like writhing around in bed. Uncle Ben comes in to check on him, has a heart attack, drops dead in the doorway.
Oh my god! The
That's not how
horror.
that was supposed to go.
We're in hell. We're in hell. Repent!
He jumps out the window.
This is because you jerk off so much, Peter. What I tell
I
ya?
told you.
Aunt May told you so many
She told-
times.
Oh God, we tried to keep you occupied with the cookies, but there weren't enough cookies.
Now it's stickier than ever.
Oh, God. I can't even clean this anymore. I'm done. Right out the bay window. He does that before he jumps. Ugh. You're so gross.
Jesus Christ. Oh, hell yeah.
That's it. We all become a hero somehow.
Well, and yeah.
That's what it's all
It's
about.
all subjective, so everybody's the hero. of
That's
their own
right. That's
story.
right. And that's what Mariah Carey taught me when I was young. She told me
Mhm.
that if I just believe hard enough, I can find a hero somewhere inside of me. And
I don't know if that's
I
more
don't
like
know who she was talking to when she sang that song.
can
but,
you suck the hero out of me?
It's Pride Month.
Help me do. I've had a few.
That's
Suck
it.
the hero right
That's it.
out of me.
Please, I need.
Maybe that's what happened to Justin Timberlake.
It could have been. Oh, he was in
Suck
a
the
weakened
goodness.
state.
Suck the
He
goodness
was
out.
in a
Like
weakened state.
Bubba Hotep.
Mhm.
Just
Now it's making sense. It's all lining up now.
slurped it out.
That's exactly what happened.
It's got to change your viewpoint on a person, right?
What's that? Have the
Just-
goodness sucked out of him?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's
when
got
you,
to.
when you see the goodness sucked right out of them.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, because all of a sudden it's not so much the person anymore that you realize like, oh yeah, they're a great person. No, they were exhibiting good behavior,
Right.
right?
There's a
The
difference.
person beneath, not so good. And now that the good's been sucked out,
Mhm.
nowhere else to go but down. Nowhere else to go but down. And I'm not trying to bring anybody down, but this is how it happens when you get famous. Okay.
Mhm.
Take it from us. And so,
Mhm.
you know,
Oh man, we gotta
I don't know if you're aware of this or
gotta
not,
watch
but we
your
have
step.
92 followers on Facebook.
right. Some
and
would say only 92.
Some would say
Some
that's
those people might be named Mark Zuckerberg.
some people might say that we need 8 more, but
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
if
I don't think that's necessarily true.
if you know one more person who might want to like the page,
Right.
and if 8 of those people that listen
We
would
just
just get one person, this is now like an MLM scheme.
well, that's
Well, we're not going to give you anything.
we don't need
Actually,
that.
we're gonna be
yeah,
as
yeah.
honest
We don't
as
need that many
possible.
layers. Yeah, we can.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on the show before, but I almost like I was like proposition for like an MLM scheme one time.
Okay.
It was at work. It was
Oh, okay.
this lady at work. I was just talking shit about the agency and all, like everybody does. Like everybody does.
Right.
Of course you do, right? It's my goddamn right as
That's
an American
exactly
citizen.
right. I pay my taxes and I hate my government.
And everybody pays my salary.
there
so
you go. That's right. Goes right back around.
it's just, the agency's stupid sometimes. So
Mhm.
she was just listening. She's like, yeah, she's like, you seem like you might want to change. Like, you want to have I have this side business thing that I'm gonna try to turn into my like full-time business thing.
Mhm.
You want to hear about it? No, she's like, we'll go get like a coffee or something about it. I was like, okay. So we like pick the day during the week, right? And they string you along. So I was like, okay, so what all is this? And all she did was just throw numbers and stuff at me and plans.
Yeah,
Didn't even tell me in that meeting what it was she did. And I was
Jesus.
like, okay. And she's like, well, to get to that point, I want you to listen to this CD. And she gave me a CD. And then
what
she's
year
like,
was this?
this is probably like maybe like over 10 years ago.
Oh, okay, all right.
This
okay.
is maybe like 2013, 14, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Okay.
And I was like, okay. So I listened to the CD and it was talking about like how it was just like this hyped up thing about like how you can be your own boss kind of deal. Right? It was like a motivational speech.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I go there and then she's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna meet up. It was like after work.
Right.
And she took me to this place out in like Laurel or something. It was like far from where I work.
Mhm.
And okay, so she told me to just follow her
Right.
to the destination. Did not tell me where the destination
Jesus.
was. Okay, this is at a time I was just like, whatever.
Right,
I
right.
was like, okay. I didn't think she was gonna kill me, but it
That's
still
good,
like
yeah.
doesn't really
Never go to a second location.
make
That's
you
rule
feel
number
assured,
one.
right?
Never go to a second location.
So I
Mhm.
follow her, and not only that, not only am I following her somewhere far
Right.
that I don't even know where the destination is, she is like driving like she's trying to lose me. She's driving like she's Speed Racer, and she's in third place.
right.
And she's like zoom, 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 moving around, like going. She's like got pedal to the fucking metal,
right.
zooming in and around, and I'm trying so hard to keep up.
Mhm.
I remember like almost losing her and being like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna know where the fuck I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go home after
Right.
this.
Exactly.
Like, what
right.
am I supposed to do? And then I'm like, but it gets this like sunk cost thing where I'm like, I'm all the way the fuck out here, it's like 8 p.m.
Right.
I could be home right now, but now, and I'm like, let me just see this whole thing through. So I managed to get there. She's like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry about the speeding a little bit. I just didn't want to be late. And I'm like, speeding a little bit?
And late for what?
Late for what even are we doing? And so we go to this, we're in this like, I don't know, some like meeting. I think it's like at a hotel or something like
Yeah,
that. Some
normally.
conference room.
Normally, yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to some guy give a pitch,
Mhm.
and he's like everyone's here with a sponsor today, and your sponsor thinks that you're here because they think that you're very special, that you're a special kind of person. And I'm
Special
like,
boy.
okay.
Mhm,
And they're
mhm.
like, and it's called Amway, okay,
Oh yeah.
Well known
baby.
as Scamway.
In Philadelphia, it's worth $50.
So we like, so they're telling us, you basically have to buy products and
Right.
sell products
Mhm.
to just your family, your friends,
Yup.
anyone you can get a hold of.
Yeah.
Just squeeze them out. There's this pyramid thing where you're under that person and your sales go to them, and it's a fucking pyramid
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the guy said, "You're your own best customer."
Yep.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me? So of course I am, because if I buy all the bullshit and store it in my garage, you've made a profit.
Just like
And I'm just like,
Scientology.
So I'm like, if you have half a brain, you're gonna walk away from this and go like, this is a bad idea. This is not sound advice.
Right.
For even starting any kind of a business, right?
Right.
You're like this is kind of like modern day drop shipping. You can do this like on Amazon or whatever. You can like sell products like through
Oh yeah, yeah,
Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
You can do that, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot safer and like less overhead. But I was looking at these people there, okay, and these people looked like they were in a cult. Their eyes were this starry-eyed vacancy of like, man,
It is. It is.
we've been doing great. This has been the best thing ever. And I was like, oh my God, get me the fuck out of here. I felt filthy. I felt gross. And then I had to proceed to drive like an hour and a half back home because I'm like, and I just was like, I'm done. And I just stopped.
It's like you guys don't even have a
Conversing with this
timeshare
person.
thing or something like that.
I didn't even give her the fucking CD back.
Yeah, that's
I just
good.
was like, fuck this whole fucking
There
thing.
you go.
You wasted 3 days of my time.
Nope.
3 days of like my off time
Yep.
to only just to be like, oh, can you just like give me all of your fucking extra
Why?
money?
Yeah. How about you make money from
And
me?
it's going to help you.
Yes.
Only if you get peons to you dupe enough people to work underneath of you.
I was
like,
speeding the other day. I got T-boned by drunk Justin Timberlake.
boom!
I got to pay for this new car. Pay for
I
this
mean,
new car.
there's almost like an equivalency of evil there with that
Yeah,
girl who
yeah,
like,
yeah,
tried
yeah.
to try to rope me into this fucking bullshit. She might as well have been a Justin Timberlake.
Juan says he got roped in something like that too by a coworker about 10 years ago. He said, I think we both got had.
I think Juan, you
Yep.
know, I think if we just gave a description to each other of the same person,
Yeah.
they would probably be the same person.
Yeah. I think you guys
Yeah.
might be on to something here.
Yeah. So
May-
dumb, right?
Maybe
Like,
you guys should start a pyramid
we are
scheme
starting one.
to
Me
go
and Juan.
after the people who are
Oh.
in these pyramid schemes.
Well, they're weak-minded, so it'd be real easy.
It's all you got to
all
do
you
is
gotta
give
do
them an ideology.
High promises, ideology, give them structure. They're missing that.
hmm
Mhm.
And then always make the goalposts move.
That's right.
Always.
Are cults tax exempt?
If they file the proper paperwork.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Just like Scientology.
Woo!
Of course, they did it for blackmail, but you know,
Who
whatever.
says
you-
that's not off the table?
that's no, we're not saying anything about that. That's not a problem. I just watched a series. I think it was like 4 episodes about the president and FBI and something else. But I was talked about Ronald Reagan. What's his face? I'm not a crook. Nixon.
Oh, Nixon, yeah.
And basically how they were like playing bits of their speeches, and then the last episode they start playing bits of Trump's speeches where he's like saying the same things that they're saying through all this.
Why do you think those people like him? They love that
Well, I
shit.
mean, he got his
Oh,
damn.
I remember
He
this.
got his damn slogan from Reagan. That's where they make America great again. You know, it came from. And of course, I think actually it predates Reagan, if my memory serves. He just used it too.
Make America
Yeah.
less inclusive,
Right.
and let's keep these people where they belong.
That's right.
And
We
let's
need bigger walls. We need walls
Remember-
between towns. We need walls around
Yeah.
houses.
like we get there in order to make America accessible for everybody. We have to like completely like reverse inflation, which we cannot do.
What if we do a reverse mortgage on America?
I think then Tom Selleck is president.
He's waiting. He's waiting.
Tommy,
He's like,
if he-
let me tell you what.
I would vote for him only because I understand his platform. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
give me what you own. It's mine now.
Right. That's it. There you go.
Goodbye.
Game over.
See ya.
Got it. Thank you.
I think he might be at the top of Amway. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you don't
I
keep,
wouldn't be surprised.
you don't keep a full mustache into your old age.
The hairline is tight.
Well,
Not even a hair has receded.
part of his whole pyramid scheme are people that manually do hair plugs. They punch them. They punch him like it's a wig. They get him all in there. He can't feel anything
There's all
anymore.
his blood just
It's-
running down his forehead at any given
He's been
time.
in the sun way too many times
Oh,
in the
yeah.
movies. So he's got no feeling from the eyebrows up, barely in the eyebrows. People slap him on the face sometimes. He's practically like a goat or a ram, something like that. He could just jam his head into stuff. I mean, he has to deal with the concussion, but it doesn't hurt. The impact is fine, and that's really what it's all about. If you can get rid of the initial pain, you can take a nap for a couple weeks.
You can stand to sleep.
You'll be all right. You'll be fine with this.
Clear those bags up
That's,
under those
that's
eyes.
exactly right. You got to sleep dead anyway. You know it. You know it as well as I do. Just because you don't have a reverse mortgage doesn't mean you don't have debt.
You're tired.
I could see it. I could see it in your mustache, and that's how you know you're really tired, when you can see it in the mustache. Let's see if we can see some weird news in my mustache.
I've already seen a little bit.
Well, and that's
Reveal it to us.
Probably all part of the problem. Yeah.
Reveal
Yeah,
it.
That's right. And so it shall be shown. All right, internet people.
Oh my God.
Let's get something going
Oh
here.
my
Yeah,
God.
we have a stowaway.
Huh?
He might have went back downstairs.
Oh no, he's been retrieved.
He's been retrieved.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
he's
Very
been
good.
retrieved.
I'm glad to hear that. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I don't have to worry about the cat. Okay, let's get the weird news up and rolling
Let's
here.
do some weird bullshit.
We got 4. We got. I know one
Hello.
else in here. I don't know who
Got
you,
our-
you
got our
other
team.
2. And you guys, we know that you are all on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place we're on
that's,
right now.
that's the only place.
It's the
you can
only
see
place
us.
that will have us.
Currently, YouTube's the only
This is our
hellhole that'll tolerate our existence.
this is our ticker tape here.
Facebook hiatus.
No,
Oh, Facebook hates us.
No,
My stupid ass. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
92 is
92
close.
is close enough. I think it is close enough.
I
God
think
damn
so
it.
too.
What the fuck?
I think so too. Well, it's all right. We'll just keep protesting. I still post the YouTube link on our Facebook page with
Goddamn right.
derogatory comments
Mhm.
towards Facebook. They will get more aggressive as time
To
goes
hell
on.
with you, Facebook.
That's it. I have a
Assholes.
and the best part is I'm using Gemini, the Google AI, to
Mhm.
tell me the mean things to say.
Yeah,
to Facebook.
tell me, AI.
Get the robots to fight each other. That's what I say.
Let's do that. Let's do more of that, honestly.
It's like battle bots.
Can we just have like drone
good.
warfare versus like not versus like citizens and just
Just
regular
turn it into
innocent
another
people?
Olympic event.
Yeah.
You know, make people really not want to host the Olympics, but
Mhm.
you know, you gotta do something.
I don't know why we don't like kind of view life as this kind of a sacred thing where
Oh.
we do like challenges that doesn't risk other human lives,
Yeah.
but they do like, and I guess this is kind of stupid if I'm talking about a utopia, but like if you just like settle things by combat, why don't we have a low to no stakes combat situation,
uh-huh.
and then it's like, okay, well now I'm the deciding factor in this, I win because I'm stronger,
Oh, okay.
kind of a thing.
You just want might is right.
Well, what happens with might is right is we have wars. Where,
This is true. That's what. But if we have a predetermined situation where there's always snipers on the roof 24/7,
yeah.
right? All day, every town, every city, snipers,
Right.
everywhere. If anybody gets out of line, if anybody starts roughhousing or whatever without proper permits,
Mhm.
and you got to wear them like fishing gear, like on your hat, you got
Yeah.
to staple them on there.
Everybody's Jewish now.
If that right, if you whatever you got to do, and then they're just going to take you right out, just drop you on the street, and then the street sweeper comes by and it just sucks your body in, and then it takes you to the farm.
Well, it
and
has
then
to
they
be
turn you
robotic.
into meat, and then that
Right.
meat gets fed back
Feed the
into
people.
that goes right back in, right back in.
That's weird because the ecosystem relies on disobedience. Then
Mhm. That's exactly right, and it's bound to happen. Humans don't pay attention. They don't read the signs. They
they
don't
trip into
listen-
a guy. They
no.
actually accidentally bump into someone. They get shot.
they that's exactly right. They fall off the stage. They go drunk driving. It'll never end because we keep doing it to
We're
ourselves.
just a bunch of blundering idiots.
We're
just bumbling around,
bumbling and blundering
farting and falling all over
all
ourselves.
over ourselves, left and
Uh,
right and upside down. That's the only way that we seem to
too.
know how to do it.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I feel like Chris's face right now.
Oh yeah,
It's my inner.
I know. But people can't even see the Chris face
Inner
yet, but
feelings.
it's true.
It's just like it's both surprise and disgust.
I was very happy
simultaneously.
that he did that face because I've used that for a lot of things.
It's a great face.
Almost all the things. In fact, him getting hit by our car, a lot of things. It's all good.
I'm still not accustomed to a shorter hair.
No, I don't like it. I refuse to acknowledge that that's actually the same
He
Chris.
looks like a different guy.
I'll keep talking to him and smile and things like. Well, I don't
Right.
smile at Chris, but I'll
he's
talk to
he's
him.
another dimension, Chris.
Yeah, exactly right.
Until
He'll,
the hair grows
he'll
back.
come through the portal again one day. You know, these black holes are only so big.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter net.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witchcraft homie to get the fire off me! Ah, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has partnership.
And now with this week's weird news, here's
everybody. Here we go. Let's get the visuals up for everybody at home. And that means our gay robot son has to go and take a nap. It's nap time.
Yeah, recharge.
Nap time. Yeah, go plug yourself in, son. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Keep it gay. Okay.
very proud of
that's
you.
right. We're very proud. Go plug in. We're very proud of you.
Just just some fatherly praise.
That's exactly right.
Father's Day.
Just
Just recently.
that's it. Yeah. I'm going to celebrate.
If I
tomorrow.
don't mind if I shower myself with a little praise.
That's right. So I wore the pin. I bought it for myself.
I'm going door to door telling
was-
people how great
It's
I
a
am.
Father's Day present. And also, would you be interested in buying some gay robots? Because
I've made a lot.
this was not the first one. This is
Mm-mm.
just the first one that worked correctly. The rest of them are straight. They're trying to be
couldn't get
gay
it
though.
right. I couldn't get it
They're
right.
like doing like a fashion thing, kind of like Ryan Seacrest. It's a disgrace. Be who you are. Be the way you were born. Be born this way. I'll tell you who else was born this way. A Maine woman
Oh no.
who was walking on a popular beach learned that quicksand doesn't just happen in Hollywood movies and jungles or rainforests.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm starting to wonder if she's she's around anymore. Okay, go on then.
She's still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's still here. Jamie Accord was walking at the water's edge at the Popham Beach State Park over the weekend when she sunk to her hips in a split second,
Okay.
letting out a stunned scream. She told her husband, "I can't get out." Right? So Allison said, "I used to think quicksand was everywhere and something to be super concerned about." It's true. It was far more prevalent in film than in life.
We were like a generation that became a trope where we
Right,
saw it all the time.
right.
And people were like,
Like, listen, we
This-
can't afford any more voice actors. We can't afford any more animation.
Mhm.
What if there's just a hole in the ground that eats people? What if, and George
What if
Lucas
the-
is like, "I love it." And then
Boom.
there you go.
Let me give it teeth.
Or the Sarlacc pit opened up. That's it. So I couldn't feel the bottom. I couldn't find my footing, she said. Within seconds, her husband had pulled her out of the sand trap, and the sand filled in the space where she occupied previously.
Where,
And
but
this-
like, where was he standing that he didn't end up in there too?
Well, I imagine well, apparently, so this we'll find this out later, but where she's standing in this image on the right, that's apparently right where the quicksand was. I don't know why the
Oh.
fuck she's standing there again.
Oh,
But-
well, maybe that was when they were taking her picture, and then she was just about to sink.
I guess that's what it was. Yeah, I guess she's like, let's see if we can
Well, there's
we can jump in
footprints
again.
all around, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that.
Well, it's not
Okay.
active all the time
Oh, I see.
because quicksand's
there's
just
like a little
super. It's just super saturated sand. That's all it is. It's just holding
Oh.
water. Basically, it can't get out. It can't drain, and so
Oh,
it
okay.
creates this like mush rather than wet sand, which is kind of stable. It's
Mhm.
almost like when the water is like wave is receding
I see.
and the sand like pulls you down a little bit.
yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like that, but it's super saturated all the time, and so you just
Mm.
fall right into it like a puddle, basically. It fills in
That
all
sounds
around you.
terrifying.
Yeah, well, it turns out that quicksand, known as super saturated sand, there you go, is a real thing around the world, even in Maine, far from the jungle locations where Hollywood is used to add drama by ensnaring actors. Thankfully, real life is not like the movies. People who are caught in super saturated sand remain buoyant because of the water.
Oh, I
Right.
see. Makes
So
sense.
people don't sink in quicksand. It allows them to float and wiggle themselves to safety. But the thing is, you want to get flat, right?
you want to like lay on top of it.
Yeah, you want to try and flatten yourself at like cover surface area because that'll, because if once you get in there, then all your weight is
Yeah, the
like pinpointed
surface
instead
tension
of
will
right.
hold
Exactly. You
you
want
up.
to spread it all out, just like a water glider.
Yeah.
So water strider or glider, whatever you want to do, you can glider stride however you're feeling that day. It's all about the pep in your step. But let's see here. The people who hear the word quicksand, they think a jungle movie. The reality is that super saturated sand, you're not going to go under. Okay. Just wanted to let everybody know about this. In this case, climate change played a role in the episode at the state's busiest state park beach, which draws more than 22,000 visitors each year. A series of winter storms rerouted a river that pours into the ocean, softening the sand in an area where beachgoers were more apt to walk.
I mean, if she would have, applied a bit of respect and reading skills, she
Yes,
may
and
not have
sunscreen.
crossed a threshold
Yeah.
that clearly said no trespassing and then
Right.
proudly took a picture of it.
Yay! I'm going to stand here where I'm going to get sucked into the earth. But
It's just like it almost makes you wonder if it was a purposeful
Mhm.
trap
There you
to
go.
ensnare
So it's,
trespassers.
it's all there. It's all part of the plan to get the illegal immigrants out of this country because it's all the of the crime is their fault.
They're flooding Maine.
Americans don't hurt Americans. Only illegal immigrants from neighboring countries do
Right.
this.
We've never had
God,
American domestic violence. occur.
not a single time. We've never fought with ourselves. We've never created two teams and divided the
Mm-mm.
country. We've never fought
Mm.
anybody else who helped us get here in the first place.
Yeah.
We don't believe
We
in
don't
war here.
do that.
We don't do that. We let the earth fight our battles.
What happens is we're all unified
Mm-hmm.
here in these borders. Whoever's
Mhm.
here and correctly
Yep.
is on the same team. Guess what?
Yep.
Anyone comes from outside until they get those forms filled out, we're trying to kill them the whole time.
That's right.
They're fighting us back just to fill the forms out.
That's
They're
it.
like there's like pitchforks getting stabbed at them, spears coming at them. Get out of here, you fucker! I'm trying to write down the thing. I'm trying to take past my citizenship. Get out of here!
Boo!
Cut his head off.
So according to Accord said that she had
Is she on?
she and her husband Patrick were strolling the beach collecting trash because that's why her hands were full when she sunk. Apparently,
I'm doing a good deed
I'm
on someone else's property.
that or she spread the trash and she was just finally like, I
Oh,
blew down
yeah.
the beach. Well, it all happened so fast she didn't have time to be scared, but she worried that it would have been frightening for someone who was alone, especially a child who might be traumatized. It might even have fallen in all the way.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck
We're so
up.
scared. And then
Shut up.
and some of them got out, some of them didn't get out. Like this next one, a
What the
massive
hell is this?
a massive rare fish thought to only live in temperate waters in the southern hemisphere was washed up on Oregon's northern coast.
Oregon?
Well, whatever you want to say.
Oh my
It's all
god!
depends
Oregon.
depends upon how fancy
So
you
we're
are.
out on the Pacific then.
So drawing crowds of curious onlookers intrigued by the unusual sight, the 7.3 foot long hoodwinker sunfish
Damn.
first appeared on the beach on Monday, and it was still on the beach Friday,
It looks like.
and it may remain there for weeks.
Oh man! Until the sushi department can get
Let
in
me
there.
tell you what, it's real ripe today. I'm sure it's got to be.
It's got to stink for
It's got to be
miles
real bad.
out there. Fucking
real
hell.
bad, real bad. There's a couple different shots. You can't really tell here, but if you look just above I guess this is the eye here on this picture on the left.
Mhm.
Just above that, there's what's I think is supposed to be a blowhole, but it's kind of off center, and it looks like it's right there.
Yeah, I see.
It has like a giant fucking hole in its head.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that picture because I was like, I don't know if this is just like somebody shot this thing in the head or what happened, but it looks like a goddamn dinosaur. So anyhow, let's see here. It remained there for weeks. It's difficult for scavengers to puncture the tough skin, so they're not worried about it being eaten. Photos provided by the aquarium show a flat, round, gray fish lying on its side in the sand. People kneeling next to it for scale. Another pickup truck was parked next to it, gave the sense of the large scale and size. The star it's created prompted New Zealand-based researcher who has studied sunfish to contact the aquarium after looking at photographs of the fish. Marianne Nygaard, and that's with 2 N's, 2 A's. Okay.
Oh man.
Was able to confirm that it was indeed a hoodwinker sunfish, rarer than even the more common ocean sunfish, and said she believed it may be the largest such fish ever sampled. So
It's pretty big. It's funny because the type of fish it looks like it belongs in an aquarium.
It's like
Doesn't look like it would grow huge.
that. I mean, could you imagine seeing this fucking thing swimming around in an aquarium? 7.3 feet long.
That's massive. That dwarfs like sharks.
It's huge. It's huge. I'd still that'd be a wild thing to see.
Damn.
But
That could like almost eat you.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, his mouth isn't big enough. I don't
Yeah.
think it
It's
doesn't
got a
doesn't really have jaws. It almost looks like a parrotfish in the mouth there.
It does.
And
kind
I'm
of.
sure the teeth have the feet or the feet, the mouth feet, which are also called lips, have receded a little bit there. Thus the drool that's coming out. difficult to
Ew,
hold it
fuck,
all
I
in.
just noticed that. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
noticed
it's all
like the
it's extra juicy.
damn.
But
This guy, his journey has concluded.
yeah, he's all done now. He's wrapped up for the day, and he's on vacation. Is really what it is.
I mean, permanently.
It's a permanent vacation, but at least he's getting his sun finally because he's definitely a little pale. So the hoodwinker sunfish washed ashore on the hoodwinker sunfish washed ashore on the California coast in 2019, and more recently. Wait a minute. It has washed ashore again more recently in California and Alaska as well, challenging the theory that it only lives in the southern hemisphere, the aquarium said. It's also likely that the fish has washed ashore in other parts of the Pacific Northwest, but it was mistaken for a more common ocean fish.
Or someone was like,
There you go.
we have dinner for weeks.
This is a monster. There are demons on the world.
Demons! Yeah, demons on the world.
Well, speaking of demons on the world, a lead singer of Motown's legendary Four Tops, okay,
I heard about this.
has sued a Michigan hospital claiming racial discrimination after staff members assumed he was, quote, delusional when he said he was in the group and placed him in a restraining jacket.
No fucking way.
You're full of shit. Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Tighter than we were going to before.
Send him back.
Mhm.
Send him back.
Put him in a smaller room. This one's real
That's-
crazy.
That's right. Put him in that jacket size.
I know the Four Tops.
I'll tell
You
you what.
can't tell me.
That's
I've
right.
seen all four of them.
You don't look anything like any of the tops that I have. Let me tell you what. You're not spinning at all.
This guy on the
He's
on the
like, I
left.
don't even want to hear
He's like,
this
"Ah."
story anymore. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Well, so Alexander Morris, 53, who is black and joined the iconic vocal quartet in 2018, went to Ascension Macomb Oakland Hospital.
Oh, is he a newer member of
Yeah,
this
he joined
band?
in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they were unfamiliar with his top. I guess
see.
they only have so many. So there's, it's really the clothes that identify him, not so much the person in them. But so he went there in April with clear symptoms of cardiac distress. He had difficulty breathing and chest pain, and he was placed on oxygen, according to a federal lawsuit. However, when he informed a nurse and a security guard in the emergency room that he was a member of the Four Tops and had security concerns because of stalkers and fans, they didn't believe him.
I mean, I'd say that's like, how did it? I'm curious how this escalated to the point where they're like putting him in a straight jacket.
That's what I want to.
You
Like
know?
nobody did.
I-
Just did a quick little Google.
Yeah, or even like,
Pull your fucking phone out.
why do you escalate it right to that when someone just says, "Oh, I'm a famous person." Why don't you just go like, "Okay, well, let's find out," or "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
Like we can like accommodate that very simple request of not letting people know, because you're in a hospital. You're not really supposed to let people know you're there anyway.
No, I think right, correct. Yeah, but I think also he wants like security guards at his door.
Oh, so he's being a little bit of a diva.
Yeah, he wants the Vito
Also,
Corleone treatment.
I don't know. The Four Tops don't really have the pull they used to have anymore.
And certainly
Not to
not
mention-
in 2017.
and he's not an original member, which
No,
means
no.
that like people are probably not clamoring.
I
to-
don't.
to see him.
That's right. Exactly.
Also,
right. I
how
don't
the
think-
fuck do they know he's there?
Yeah,
Unless he's the one who's
they're-
out there going,
he's the stalker.
"Hi, I'm from the Four Tops."
Yep, I'm the Four Tops guy. He's got a T-shirt that says it.
Shouldn't have said that.
God damn it! Now all of you are going to stalk me, aren't you?
Oh my
You're
god!
all stalkers.
Please don't stalk me.
Yep. Please don't come to my house at 12 Terrace Lane.
Please don't take little chunks of my hair
Don't
out
take
while I'm
chunks
sleeping,
of my hair while I'm
and,
sleeping.
and watch me through the
Don't
windows.
sneak in and eat the rest of my leftovers from
And
when
he's like-
we went to Olive Garden.
He's taking his pants off and he looks
It's
and
like-
sees the window,
It's like,
and then he
don't keep looking.
keeps going.
Don't keep looking.
Don't you better go.
I don't
away.
want anybody to see this part.
He just keeps going down.
Everybody turn away now. Everybody in the bushes turn away now. So, it was a terrifying experience to be in the middle of a medical emergency, to be placed into restraints, have my oxygen turned off, my personal effects taken from me, and no help from the doctors and nurses because of the color of my
They
skin.
started Billy jacking him in the head, just whacking the fuck out of him. Settle down.
That's right. He's trying to get away.
Okay, so what? So at their response to him saying, "Can I get some extra security?" was to shut his oxygen off, put him in a straitjacket, and
we
then
warned
wheel
him.
him off.
Turn it all off. We told him if he kept talking, we
You
were going to
say-
turn off his stuff.
You say one more time that you're in the Four Tops, I will kick you down these fucking stairs. You think you're hurting now? I'll give you a reason to be in the hospital. Yeah, this is nothing. This is child's play.
Welcome.
I'll give you a reason to be in the
Listen,
hospital.
I've been here for 3 days straight. Welcome to hell. Okay. Welcome to my hell. I don't even know what's real anymore. My dreams bled into reality yesterday. Okay. And it's been a tough day full of surgery. Okay.
In my mind, there's
Yeah.
5 tops.
I've been cutting octopus out of people all day. Okay. I don't even know if they're making it or not. I don't even know if there is an octopus in there. Somebody might have had one. I don't know. I didn't read the paperwork. I just go in and I start slicing. Morris had a significant known history of cardiac disease, including the placement of stents and a defibrillator.
Jesus Christ, this guy has some serious problems.
He's, this is definitely something that.
Also kind of funny though that he's with such an extensive history that they
Mhm.
don't like know him by name already. But they're not like,
or at least have a medical bracelet or something.
yeah, they have his chart.
Yeah, they got it. They got to pull the information.
How do they not know this?
I don't understand.
Well,
Well,
okay.
So anyhow, during his hospitalization, he was ultimately diagnosed with a heart
Arrhythmia?
no, an infarction.
Infarction. Sorry.
Infarction, yeah.
Yeah.
That may require a heart transplant,
Mhm.
pneumonia, and he suffered 3 seizures during his stay.
Shit,
So
he's all
he
fucked up.
really had a rough
Oh
time.
my god.
But his treatment was delayed because hospital staffers didn't believe he was part of the famed Four Tops group. No, we're not taking care of you. What group are you in?
What normally we take care of people just who are
It's first come, first serve.
who
But
have no association or affiliation. But
Mm-mm.
as soon as you say you're kind of famous, how
Mhm.
famous are you?
That's right.
Nope.
Let's see your bank statements. Yeah.
Nope.
Come on.
Get
Come on,
out
that's
of
it.
here.
Come on. Let's see a backstage pass. Something like that. Let's see an STD test. Something with your name on it. Something with your name on it. Well, after after checking in, a nurse, a white security guard, and a white male emergency room doctor radically profiled him, or rather racially profiled him, and radically racially profiled him, and wrongfully assumed he was mentally ill when he revealed his identity as the celebrity figure. I wonder if he had like a mask on that he took off. It was he was like, I'm actually in the Four Tops. They're like, lock him up.
They're like, cut his heart out.
Cut his
throw
heart, lock
throw
him
it
up,
away.
cut his heart out.
What I do know about you, sir, is your heart is fucked.
So he was told he'd get a psychological evaluation because they didn't believe he was a singer or a member of the Four Tops. Hospital staff members decided to remove Morris from oxygen and pursued a psychiatric evaluation instead of considering his symptoms and significant medical history an emergency.
This is a pretty big fuck up.
Yeah, I'd say
When honestly, this all could have very easily been avoided if they would have just Googled his name
so.
and looked at his picture and been
It-
like, "Oh, there! Look, we have a picture right here of him
It just
on
keeps-
stage."
It just keeps going.
How is this? This is like such a just tremendous mismanagement
It gets worse.
of this hospital. What is going
It
on?
gets worse.
What is even going through their heads doing this?
It's really bad.
All
So,
right, let's keep
so
going.
Morris said that he was asked whether he could prove his identity by showing an identification card. A white male security guard told him to sit his black ass down.
Oh
The
no!
complaint says, despite the comment, none of the nursing staffers intervened to stop the racial discrimination. The suit said Morris was ignored when he told staff member he was struggling to breathe and requested the oxygen back. It also alleges that he was ignored when he asked for the restraint device to be removed and to get his belongings back so he could seek treatment at another hospital because obviously they were being,
right.
dicks. So he was told that he was not free to leave. Thus, he was falsely imprisoned and deprived of his personal property during the time of the medical condition. Continuously declined, and he was denied the medical treatment he desperately needed. So Morris's wife went to the nursing station to collect his belongings and saw that what had happened. She informed one of the security officers that he actually was a member of the Four Tops, and the nurse went to Morris's side, asked to show the nurse a video of him performing at the Grammys, and it was it was then that the nurse realized he was actually a member of the Four Tops. So it was then that the nurse realized what was going on. The doctors returned. He said he was canceling the psychological evaluation. The restraint jacket was finally removed, and Morris was placed back on oxygen after being in restraint for approximately an hour and a half to 90 minutes.
Jeez. Well, that is 90 minutes.
So there you go. So
Clearly, they don't know shit because they're like,
it. There you
that,
go.
that is insane. It took his wife being like, here's a video
Him performing
him
at the Grammys.
at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Can you? And then
Can
how
you
do they
take the
go
straps
about?
off of him now?
How do they go about that? They go and they go, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right.
We didn't realize that.
My bad.
Yeah. This is. Sorry about that. Sorry you found out how we treat people who we think are crazy in this hospital. We start denying them care, and then we just stick them in a room.
Let me. This is where it starts to get good.
Okay.
Morris was offered a $25 gift card to a local Chinese restaurant as an apology, which he
Wow.
refused.
Wow.
That
is the shittiest apology
yeah
token I've ever heard of.
$25 gift card. So the suit, of course, alleges racial discrimination, violation of civil rights, negligence, gross negligence, battery, false imprisonment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress in violation of Americans with Disabilities Act. It seeks more than $75,000 in damages at a jury trial, and if he gets it, buy the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, that is more insulting
There you
than
go.
offering nothing.
There you go. That's
$25 gift card.
$25.
Here you go. Dinner at Applebee's is on
There
us.
you go,
Sorry
baby.
about all that.
Got to stock up on those apps.
Sorry that
It's
you were
happy hour.
almost suffocated and that you could have actually died from your heart just failing you
Yep.
in the hospital.
Just go dive into some lo mein. You'll
Get
be
in
fine.
there after this 3 to 5 weeks it'll take you to recover. Have a lunch. Have a cheap lunch
That's
on
nothing
us.
nothing a little beef and broccoli won't fix.
Mhm.
That's all you need for some people, but not for these guys.
Oh no!
That's exactly what it looks like
Oh
too.
no!
One of the men attempted to retrieve a piece of equipment and fell into a sewage tanker.
Oh, just let it go. Let it go.
He passed out,
Oh God.
fell inside the tanker. A second man also then passed out and fell in as he tried to help.
Oh fuck. Oh God.
The incident happened on Thursday morning in
Okay, I
a
can't
farm
keep
in
looking at this.
Kirkland, New York, less than 50 miles east of Syracuse. Decomposing manure can produce numbers of gases, of course, including methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide that can be deadly to people and livestock when ingested in high concentrations. When the men put their faces into the opening,
Yeah.
the fumes overcame them, causing them to pass out.
Right.
Authorities then later identified the men as Nathan.
Oh no.
Both of these men died. Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna
before-
say-
before I read you their names, ironic last names. Authorities identified the men as Nathan Doody, spelled Doody, 33, and Tyler Memory, 29. Is it? I mean, does it? It's the Matrix. It's
They're
gotta
not-
be.
Yeah, well, this is not
This
real.
can't be
We're in
real.
a simulation.
It's all.
Oh,
it's
God,
all.
what the fuck?
Workers on the Champion Field, or rather Champion
Oh.
Farm, called authorities to help the men were taken to the hospital where they pronounced dead. Similar
If you-
incidents happened. A farmer and 13 cows died in Wisconsin in 2016 after they were overcome by the methane or sulfur oxide.
13 cows.
There you go, from a huge holding tank of manure.
Oh my fucking! What the fuck?
It's like this is okay. Unless it was their first day, unless they
Yeah.
just moved to the farm,
Mhm.
right? 33, 29, they're old enough to be doing their thing.
I would
But
think so.
if you're like, you know what, I'm tired of living in the city, it's shit for me.
right,
I'm going straight for the bovine. I
Mhm.
want the big udders, right? I want the big ones, and I want them to be full of shit. And I'm just going to shoot it out into this tank,
Mhm.
and maybe I drop my Apple Watch in there, and then I get stuck down there.
it's good to reach down into piles of shit.
Sometimes you need to know what you have to plumb the depths, But normally when it's a tanker truck, you want to drain it first. To drain it, opens some ventilation, really clean the inside out,
Do you want it anymore? Once it's been,
Yeah, that's a good question.
do you really want it back?
It's a great question.
What
I
is
don't know
it? What
we
is
do. I
it
don't know
that you
what we do
care?
here.
I mean, also this, I'm assuming this is some kind of a piece of like job equipment, not
Huh?
necessarily like his phone or something like that.
Oh, that
Piece
he
of
dropped in there.
equipment.
We don't even know what he dropped in there. They don't even say it in the article.
This right, just
That's
as
how you know
equipment.
it's something dumb, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was probably like
Mhm.
could have been like some ratchet
A
straps or something.
screwdriver.
Screwdriver,
yeah,
right?
Right. A little one too, like the cheap ones that you
Oh,
get
yeah.
with when you fix your phone.
Oh, eyeglass kit.
Yeah,
type
yeah.
stuff. But like that shows that these two guys basically died over like a loyalty to their company to preserve, material goods. And like
Love their snap on.
if you work around this stuff, you
Mhm.
must have some familiarity
what
with
I
the
mean.
fact that it's harmful.
Yeah, because like
Also, who wants to stick their face in shit?
day one, they hand you a gun. Don't point this at somebody and pull the trigger because you'll kill them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, on top of that, don't point it at yourself because you could kill yourself. Okay. Don't point it at your foot because you could shoot your foot. Don't touch the part where the bullet comes out. It gets hot after you shoot it, right? All these common sense things that, yeah, sure, you introduce them to it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a whole long tube full of shit, right? I guarantee. Listen, I grew up in the country. I smelled shit so much all the time. There was a cornfield in every direction. You know this.
I know.
There's shit everywhere all the time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it reeks. And when it's hot,
Had a hard
God,
time even
it's gonna
staying
be-
awake the whole time.
it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare
yeah.
tomorrow.
It's always
I'm-
shit.
I'm going down to Delta tomorrow. It's
Oh, you're going there tomorrow?
and in the heat, it's good.
Oh,
If there's,
dude, it's
if
gonna be
there's
worse tomorrow.
I know if there's any manure out on the field, which I don't think there is right now.
Right.
But if there was, God help us, because he won't. He won't.
He won't.
He won't.
He
won't.
made these conditions.
But listen, you can smell that stuff across the field. It wafts
Yeah,
over
yeah.
the hills and through the valley.
Yeah.
Valley, whatever, village, whatever. Whatever you
On
want
the-
it to
on-
it
all the way to
floats,
grandma's
it floats
house.
everywhere, all the way to grandma's house we go, But if you get closer to it, it starts to make you feel bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Get choked up a little bit. So what I want to know is you got a square hole coming out of this thing. I guess that's a square. I don't even really know. But ultimately, it's worse the closer you get. Wouldn't you put 2 and 2 together to say, hold my breath?
I mean, yeah.
Don't worry about it. Let it go. Right?
That would be
Go to Harbor Freight and get a new one. All of these options. But not for the duty memory.
man. Memory of duty.
The memory of duty
is the last that they'll
That's-
ever
that's
have.
the way that they go. And I'll tell you, we have a duty here to the school board officials have banned a book about banning in our favorite state of Florida.
Oh, of course. Where else?
That's right, of course. The school, and you can tell the concerned citizens are primarily of a particular persuasion,
Oh, yeah.
except for the one lady in the middle with the mask on. My favorite is the guy in the hat in the back. I think he's staring at the back of this lady's head with the blue shirt on, but
yeah.
he's very intense. I tried to do a blow up image of him and fit him into the shot somewhere.
He
but it
looks
just
like
didn't work
he
out.
looks like if James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich were like
Yeah, they did like a fusion
a
dance.
fusion. Yep.
Yeah, they did the fusion dance, and now they're at very small scale local the school board meetings.
Oh yeah, well,
So-
that's it's a fluke that the Metallica guys are as famous as they are.
Oh, of course it is.
This is their natural fates.
The
and
natural
destinies.
state. The natural
Mhm.
state is exactly right. Well, the school board last month voted to remove, quote, ban this book by Alan Grants from its shelves, overruling its own district book review committee's decision to keep it. They're like, no, we're not keeping this. Why, you ask? The children's novel follows a fictional fourth grader who creates a secret banned books locker in the library after her school board pulled a multitude of titles off the shelves.
It's an interesting story, one that
Uh-huh.
seems to be prescient to well, very much so. If this
Poignant,
is their
Poignant,
if
appropriate.
this is their fucking response. But yeah,
Mhm.
pretty
Speaking
good
of
idea.
which, before I forget about this, watch Howie Mandel's video podcast. He had Corey Feldman on
Oh,
2
really?
episodes, I think 2 episodes ago, recently.
Okay, Corey keeps making rounds.
He performed his new song on there,
oh,
The Joke or whatever it is.
okay.
So watch
Mm.
that.
Okay,
Just,
okay.
Just throw that out before I
I'll-
forget.
yeah, definitely.
So the school board members said they disliked how it referenced other books that had been removed from the school and accused it of, quote, teaching rebellion of school board authority. There must be order on this school board. We have to tell these small children what to do because if they don't listen to us, my wife isn't listening to me. If they don't listen,
they didn't
who
even take my
will?
order right at McDonald's.
They
Goddamn
don't
it!
even know what's going on.
Nobody wants
Tried to get me a drink. I didn't order a drink. I just wanted 12 hash browns and ranch.
So much ranch.
So much ranch.
Why?
Another bag of ranch, please. Just in the
Can I
bag.
get some dry ranch just to sprinkle?
Do you have
on
any
top?
powdered ranch back there? Like I could put on the wet ranch, and we can make a whole like a whole wet mess of
I like
things
the
there.
crumbles.
It's yeah, that's right. It gets a little. It's like a coffee cake. So the book which has been book which has been in 2 Indian River County elementary schools and a middle school was challenged by Jennifer Pippin, president of the local chapter of Moms for Liberty.
Is that her right there?
Probably.
Look at this girl with she looks like she got a whiff of what those 2 guys died in.
Yep. Yeah,
Just with the bodies and the shit.
Oof, real bad.
She looks disgusted.
Real bad.
Why do these people look so fucking irritated?
First of all, I would like to bring up the point of what does liberty mean? What's liberty?
The definition of liberty.
Yes, comes
Just rhetorical.
comes from the root word of liberation, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if the moms are trying to snap down on these kids, nothing's more liberating than more restrictions. As we have found out,
absolutely.
as we know, this is the way that it goes. It's flood. It's hot.
The spirit of America is to be autonomous, to challenge. I mean, this is what's so fucking crazy to me. These are the same people that will vote for like a near dictatorship.
Yeah.
Because they
as long
want.
as they agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that there should be a status quo that's maintained because somehow we somehow got it right. But yet they'll like squawk about, well, don't try to take this away from me.
That's it.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
But the idea is, like you said, liberation. The country is founded on not restricting ideas, a free exchange.
It's only free if I like it.
That's to me, that's like what could make this country like actually great. Is having a variety, like a cultural, ideological, that they could all exist in one place, and that hopefully through the will of like the many, that we find what works best. And that always can and should change.
But what if I get
for the
infected with
times.
the gay? They might pass it. I don't know. I don't know how it'll happen. So, I don't
How do you catch it?
how do you catch the gay? Is it like through the air, like COVID, or do you have to lick somebody?
Do I need a double mask?
That's
up
right.
for
Is it
this
a
one?
double mask? How many layers do I need to wear?
You keep drinking bleach.
Is it like a poison ivy situation where I got to kind of just wash it off with the Dawn soap afterwards or something like? I don't know. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. So the book has also been challenged at least one other time in Florida in Clay County, but the school officials there decided to keep it in circulation. Gratz is the author, and he said that the Indian River County decision is, quote, incredibly ironic.
and about the definition of it, yeah. I would say, though, that this is wonderful publicity for Alan Gratz's book.
I'd say.
Ban this book.
There you go.
Sounds like a great... It's just weird, like...
Lemonade,
it's almost
baby.
like guerrilla marketing for it.
It would be great. It would be great if that was the case, but I
paid all these people.
I doubt
Where's Alex Jones talking about the paid off?
He's here and he's
the
angry.
That's right, the fake support or the fake protesters.
None of this is real. All of these people are paid actors.
They're plants.
Here. That's exactly
Each and every
right.
one of them.
Alan Grant's too. He's not even real. That
He's
book's
not
not
real.
even real.
No,
This is
no,
all a false flag operation.
It's
here.
entirely.
That's right. There's none
just to get them riled
none
up.
of this is real. None of it. Well, the school board voted 3-2 to remove the book, but that decision could have gone very different just months before it all started. Or rather, Moms for Liberty leaders have vocally supported the Governor DeSantis and vice versa. Still, the appointment came with more drama than usual. The board members voted in the majority during their campaigns. The third yes came from Kevin McDonald, who was recently appointed by Governor DeSantis. So we've got all of this coming in from these different areas. We know what's going on. We're elected. I was appointed. Vote of one. Here we are to represent the parents' decisions. This is what the parents want. The school board is the final authority for our citizens, McDonald said. I'm the final line. I'm General Custard, making sure these little kids who stink and can never remember their gym bags on gym day. I am the one that has to speak for them. They hate these books that challenge my authority. But so
this is for their own good.
I'm
they
trying to
are
keep
my property
them safe, but
until they can vote
from me. So they said the title itself and the theme challenges our authority. It even goes so far as to not only mention books that are deemed inappropriate by school boards, including ours. not only mentions them, but lists them.
It tells them where to
It
get
doesn't
them.
just say what the names of them are. It tells them the names
They got
of what they are.
They got Amazon links for them.
Amazon links in the back, little QR codes. You could just scan them right there. It's all in the picture. So the Florida Freedom to Read, one of the state's loudest book access advocates, called the removal truly absurd. This is what happens when you lose a nonpartisan majority.
I mean, these are a constituency of people who don't and maybe can't read.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, it follows suit.
Up, Juan's bringing in the juice here. Is Juan spilling the tea? One of the co-workers from the Moms for Liberty has a scandal of her own in the name of a tryst with another woman. Yet she's targeting gay Floridians.
Oh,
Juan, there we go.
The
There we
lady
go.
doth protest too
The
much.
lady doth protest too much is exactly right. Exactly right.
Usually
tell
the
you-
loudest rivals,
That's right.
so to speak.
Well, I'll tell you what lady didn't
Oh no.
protest enough.
Oh no. Oh no.
A missing mother of 4 was declared dead after being swallowed whole by a python in Indonesia.
Fuck. These are some dark stories this week. Shit. These 2 guys died in shit. Okay, between dying in a
Yeah.
big giant
Yeah.
vat of shit
Yeah.
and then getting turned into something else's shit.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of some of the worst outcomes
Yeah,
I
but
could
I mean,
imagine.
I guarantee you don't pass out right away in this fucking snake. So
Well, doesn't it strangulate you first, or does it like crush you up first and then it starts eating you and then you die inside of it?
yeah, well, I mean,
Oh.
you're in there. They digest you. Yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah. So I'd rather sniff the shit and pass out.
Well, I mean, yeah, because then it's
Over.
over.
Yeah, you're asleep at least, for a little bit, then forever. The victim, who was identified as a 45-year-old woman named Farida, was found Friday by her husband and residents of the Kalepang village.
Oh, this is like a soap opera. This is
I
not.
know, right?
This isn't real life. The husband found her,
Yup.
not the authorities or.
It's going to get
Oh, no,
even better
no,
too.
no.
Well, search efforts began after the mom failed to return home the previous night. Village heads Suardi Rossi told the news agency. After her husband found her belongings, which made him suspicious, the village searched the area, eventually spotting a python with a large belly. They agreed to cut open the python's stomach, and as soon as they
They're
did,
just going off on a guess.
they're like, "We're gonna do it. It's got to be. It's got to be what's going on."
So I guess they weren't wrong.
Yeah, I guess not. So as soon as they did, Farida's head was immediately visible.
Oh.
Rossi told the news agency that she was found fully clothed inside of the snake. So
Oof.
this was a snake coffin that she got.
Oh.
Right? So
Oh, God.
there's a video, of course, that TMZ posted of the snake being cut open, so you can watch that if you want to. But the death marks the 5th person to be eaten by python in Indonesia since 2017.
Shit.
But rather, the reports of human beings killed by pythons are not very typical. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, and happening at all is enough.
Indonesia.
Yes, so
This
just
is-
stay away from Indonesia.
Don't go to Indonesia.
Don't go there, and if you do, always carry an umbrella because
Oh, yep.
that's all
Can't-
you got to do.
Just-
Just make yourself too big to swallow. That's what you have to do. So
But can't they how much can they stretch? They
Uh,
undo the jaw.
yeah.
But how big can they stretch?
they're pretty elastic. They're pretty elastic, especially when they get big. They get some real big babies.
Can they? Do you think they could eat like a cow, like an entire
I
cow
don't know
whole?
about that. I don't know about that. That
Because
might
like,
be a
how
little-
big
little
would you
too
have to be
sizable.
before it just goes?
right,
Nah.
right, exactly. Because the legs are going to stick out and all that kind of stuff.
I'd
you know.
say if honestly, it's kind of wild that like the lady didn't have a knife on her in some way, shape, or form. because
it's very strange.
If you're living in a place that has snakes that large,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to like that's horrible, but like I would probably always have like a knife on me that if a snake kind of started attacking me,
Mhm.
then I would just start, if you cut it up enough, I think it's going to go away.
Well, yeah, you just got to discourage.
Yeah.
For the most part, animals just have to discourage them unless you're in their territory. They're not going to be
right,
like
right. If it's like a do or die for them.
Right, right, yeah. Well, though there are cases of snakes eating humans, according to Bruce Jane, a professor of biological science at the University of Cincinnati, a vast majority involve very large pythons, and people are well, shall we say, a rather small stature.
Okay. So the lady's
So,
probably little.
That's right. So it takes pythons a really long time to attain these really enormous sizes. As a result, there are actually very few of these really, really large pythons. Although fatal attacks do happen, for the most part, it's not anything most people need to worry about unless it's a truly gigantic specimen. They're just not much to be scared of if you're an adult human. So just don't Benjamin Button yourself and you're fine.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
there is. And if you're short, get lifts. Because all you got to do
Ron
is be big.
DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis, he told you what you needed to do.
Follow his lead.
Follow his lead. All these drag queens, they can't go do the story time at the books, at the library
But he
anymore.
can
So
he can
plenty of heels available.
yeah, he can walk around in heels all day long.
He's fine with it. Yeah, in fact, he appreciated. He wears the low cut pants. He wants the cuff at the bottom of the leg, and that way it covers most of the shoe, and that way all you catch is just a little bit of the heel peeking out. It's a little surprise just for you if you happen to catch him going down the hall, and that's how they live their life. That's how we live our life.
Ugh.
It's
It's a fate worse than the ones you just heard.
Yeah.
And weird news was having to sit through an hour of this bullshit.
It's great. And that's why we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
Folks, everybody's dying.
they're all
It's hot.
there's all kinds of ways
It's
to die.
hot. There's
Don't find yourself in a place with either too much shit like right here
right, exactly.
or too snakes are too big.
If you're gonna put your head in there, just jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just jump in.
And if you don't know how to handle a big snake, then get out.
That's exactly right.
Run.
This anaconda don't want enough. You don't want buns, hon. Well, if you don't got buns, and if you want buns, I mean,
I don't want no buns.
I'm all right with
I
some
don't
buns.
want no buns.
I prefer the buns.
As I just sing Scrubs. I'm like ignoring you entirely.
All right, internet people.
Here we are, and
All
here we
four of
all
you.
are together.
I don't know who the other
Look
two
at
are,
us.
but thanks for following along.
Look at us
everybody.
having a
Good
team
to have
meeting.
you along, and now
We love it.
they're starting to bail. It's good. That's
Bye.
they know the routine. That's what's supposed to happen.
They're
there
like,
you
we're
go.
fucking done
They're
with
like,
this shit.
we're out of here.
Fuck you guys.
Game
idiots.
over.
Lame.
Game over.
God,
Game over.
This was the worst way to spend my Tuesday.
There
I'll
you
tell
go.
ya.
That's it. I was thinking about today. Like I was feeling like, what would it be like if we didn't have the show on Tuesday? Just weird. Just
It would be really weird because we've been doing it
That's like-
for so
that is
fucking
the,
long.
like the function of the day.
Yeah, Tuesday.
is
I'm
the-
always like, well, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gotta go talk on the internet.
Juan says we are the four top.
They're four top, but with no bottoms.
Nope, no bottoms, baby. We already told you. Got to get the buns.
I can tell you who's not one of the four tops.
Who's that?
Is G.
Gee, oh no.
Mm-mm.
He's also got to watch out for those pythons too,
Oh,
because he is not. He's not a
he's
tall
slender.
stature.
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
slender guy.
He's a slender.
He'd get swallowed up in one.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that is a fucked up way
It's crazy
to
man.
die.
Yeah, well,
Because it's not like they paralyze you with venom. They
Yeah.
just crush you.
I imagine you'd suffocate in the stomach. And there's no air in there.
Yeah, I'd guess. I'd hope that your lungs were like totally crushed and you
Yeah,
and you,
'cause
like
Yeah,
suffocated.
because there's like
from the
constricting
pressure.
muscles in the body. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. They just kind
Well,
of
even before they started eating you.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe they might have wrapped around, giving you a little squeeze treatment. But if
That is some awful ways to spend your
But what
last.
if he was just like up in the trees and she's just like standing there? She's like watching some frogs in a pond or something
Yeah,
like
just-
that.
I just
And he just drops mouth first out of the tree, right down.
Yep.
Right over like a net.
Yeah, it could happen.
I'm telling you, I
I
think
mean,
that's what
that's-
happened. That's how it went down. They found her shoes just sitting by the water's edge. All right,
No,
everybody.
oh my God, that's so dark to leave them. That is so dark. They'll be killing themselves before next week. Shit.
We need it. Listen,
Not everybody gets eaten by snakes. You'll be fine.
you'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
Quicksand isn't real.
Right.
Neither is OJ. And
You already know to stay away from shit. So that
yeah,
was the dumb
that's all you need. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Keep everything clean.
one. Mhm.
Keep the animals outside.
Also, we live in America where that kind of stuff. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
These other countries, I mean, we have dumb people everywhere, but like, they don't think about, they don't think about what they're doing sometimes. They should know better.
We've been doing it for 361 episodes.
Yeah.
We love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And I'm not thinking about this.